I did not yell.
Oh.
I did give a few. What the hell are you doing? I did give a few.
We know you a busy man, Kobe, so we gonna jump right to it, man.
I'm gonna say Zion yell.
Do it in a swing?
I'm sick and sick with it. Vision and lift it. Listen, just picture it. Spit and deliver it. The time froze. Under current, how the grind flows. Wrist flicking, said the bezels got a mind blown. You know how the drought be. Everything slow. You know how the drop beat, said anything goes. Pull up to the spot, you might see the squad there. Pull up unannounced, then you might see a broad there. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win while you're watching the shot clock. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win. Thanks for watching the shot clock. The shot clock. Catch the shot clock every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
We never get that $1 million.
What's going on, everybody, man? G-Day Hoop Scout here, man. Ball So Hard Network. Shot 30 clock operator, man. What's going on? Hope everyone is having an amazing week so far, man. Just a little playoff special, man. What's going on to my guy, man? And everybody else who's tapped in right now, please share the show. We're just doing an update as far as playoff game goes, who won, who lost, where we was wrong on our predictions. I don't know who all is going to tap in as far as co-host today, but this is what we do during the playoff time. We always give y'all a show the Sunday, and then we also turn around and do one on Wednesday, that midway point through. First round is done as far as all of UIL basketball. All UIL first round is done. First round is complete. So we just want to talk about a couple of scores. Where we was wrong on our predictions. We hold ourselves accountable out over here, man. Y'all should try doing the same thing. And who we think gonna win this second round matchups, man, or who I think is gonna win the second round matchups, man. Like I said, I know this is y'all Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. And I'm not trying to keep anybody longer than what needs to be or what has to be. But yeah, we finna tap in, man, and get active. Like I said, be sure to share the show, man. And let's get things cracking, man. We want to jump straight off into this thing, straight into 3A, Region 3, Division 2. Sorry, Division 2 before Division 1. And it's not let me take that off the screen. And it's not the fact that D1 is considered the highest. I'm lying, it is. When you think of college basketball, we watch D1 first. Then we watch it trickles on down. Even though that's not the case per se, it's just more so by population of school size. But that's kind of the reason why, how we did them in order as well over here, man. But let's get to it, man. That's neither here nor there. Region 3, this is 3A basketball, Region 3, Division 2, man. Central Heights got the win over Warren. On Alaska, took the win over East Bernard, 20-point win. Shout out Coach Tyreman and company. Buna had a close one with Piney Woods, man. 1-point game. Shout out to Buna Cougars, man, for getting it done. And then New Waverly, man. I know my boy G-Dot somewhere doing backflips and cartwheels, man. New Waverly, who just 2 weeks ago was on the outside looking in, man. They was a game back. Then they tied it up to force a playing game. They win the playing game to get into the playoffs. And then they win their first round matchup against Wallace Brazos. Shout out to New Waverly for getting the 3-point dub. And marching on to the second round for UIL 3A Region 3 Division 2, where they will match up against Buna. And then Central Heights will take on Alaska. I got on Alaska over Central Heights. And New Waverly hot right now. I don't know if I want to pick against them, but I am. I'm going to take Buna over New Waverly. I think Buna just has a little bit more firepower than New Waverly. I got to see New Waverly in person when they played against on Alaska. I watched some film on Buna as well. I think Buna wins this one. It's not going to be no necessarily like a big time win, but I say Buna wins this one game by about 5-6 points. It's going to be a heavily contested game, really good game. Salute to both programs. I just think Buna's going to pull this one out. This is G Day's opinion. These are my opinions, not nobody else. It's just me. But yeah, on Alaska, 20 points at the minimum. I think that they get in this win right here over Central Heights. Man, I got the hiccups for some reason out of nowhere. Moving on, staying in 3A, Region 3. But we're bumping up to Division 1 now. These are the schools with the bigger enrollments within their districts who qualify for the playoffs. You have Huntington beats East Chambers. We all picked East Chambers to take that game, but Huntington Red Devils said, hey, we here to prove you wrong, man. Red Devils got it done, get the win by 5 points. Salute to those guys for getting the victory. Trinity over Van Vleck, man. Coach Frankie Paul, salute to you and what you have achieved this season with Van Vleck. Trinity was just a little too much for y'all, man. In the opening round, shout out Coach Harvey and company. Orangefield versus Dieball. I said it right, and they ain't even on here, man. See, they ain't even here to give me my credit, man. But now, Orangefield, big win over Dieball, which we all predicted that one. We all predicted the Trinity one as well. And we all picked Hitchcock to win. Hitchcock wins by 7 points over Crockett. So on this one, we only missed one. Huntington Red Devils got the win over East Chamber. We all had picked East Chamber to take the win over Huntington. On to the next round, on to round 2. You got Huntington versus Trinity. Me, I'm rolling with Trinity in this one. I think Trinity gets the win. I think it'll be like a 6-7 point ball game. I think Trinity gets the dub. And then I got Orangefield over Hitchcock. Even though Hitchcock is battle tested, has ran very deep in the playoffs, made a back-to-back state championship experience. But it's been 2 years since then, and yeah, they went to third round last year as well, where they lost on Alaska. But I think this year, Orangefield gets the dub on them right now, man. I think Orangefield's going to get the win. Shout out to my boy Jaden Go Scales over there at Orangefield. He's going to fill up the stat sheet for those guys, man. So I think Orangefield takes the dub in this one, man. If y'all have not done so, please share the show, man. Make sure you share the show. All right, moving on. Staying in 3A, but covering still teams who are still within that reach. We like to give our small schools credit, man. We like to show them some love over here at the Shot Clock, man. We're not just about the 6A and the 5As and some of the 4As. We showing love to the 3A as well. We just don't have a really big representation in 2A. And 1A is kind of almost non-existent, but within the area. So, yeah, we like to show the 3A team some love. So, once again, real quick, just a quick little review recap, starting with D2. Salute to these guys, man. For those who just tapping in, I picked on Alaska to be Central Heights, and I'm picking Buna over New Waverly, even though New Waverly's on a little run right now. I'm taking Orangefield over Hitchcock, and I'm taking Trinity over Huntington. Now, moving on to Region 4. In Region 4, you got Columbus takes care of business over Carson City. Industrial beats Nixon Smiley, and Poth, which, even though we all picked Rice Consolidated, and I said on the show on Sunday, I said, I'm picking Rice just because they are the representation within Region 4 from the area per se, but I knew that Poth, just seeing what I seen on Poth, I just knew there was gonna be too much for Rice, and so it came to fruition. Even though I picked Rice, I knew though, but I still we always gonna roll with the teams from who's represented here over teams who aren't. That's what we're gonna do. So shout out to rights consolidated for the season that they had. Another team who was about 3 games out of the playoffs with 2.5 weeks ago made a really strong push to get in. They find themselves on the inside, but they fall in the first round. Still a good fight, man. Shout out to those guys, man. And so this will be the next round, your area, your second round for this. The Region 4 Division 1, you get Columbia's versus Marion. And then 3A Region 4 Division 2, Industrial has to face the powerhouse of San Antonio Co. Now, those of you who may not know, San Antonio Co. always is the favorite to win Region 4. They're always at state. They're just always really, really, really good. So Industrial got their hands full, but I'm pulling for Industrial. Hopefully they can take this dub. But, San Antonio Co. is supposed to win this game. So I'm not mad if Industrial loses, but I'm pulling for the upset. All right, I hope Industrial is able to get the upset in this one. And then I got Columbus. I got Columbus over Marion. And that's it. Staying in Region 4, but moving up a level. We're moving up to 4A. The 4A Division 1, you had Brazosport beat Calhoun 80-43. Shout out to the Brazosport Explorers. And then Beeville Jones eliminates Bay City from the playoffs. 72-49. Bay City was the area representation in Region 4 for 4A, but they fall in the first round to Beeville. Shout out to the Black Cats, man. Good season, great season, fellas, man. Back-to-back playoff berths. Hopefully next year y'all come back again and can move a little further in the first round, man. Moving over to the Division 2 side of 4A Region 4, you got Lamarck absolutely destroys Ingleside 93-24. Shout out to Lamarck Cougars. They always make sure to keep me notified with everything going on. Shout out to that community, to the coaches, to the players. And then Wharton. Shout out Wharton. Now next year Wharton's going to be dropping down to 3A. But shout out to them for getting a big 81-40 win over Rockport Fulton. So this will lead to your next matchups in 4A Region 4. On the Division 1 side, Brazosport takes on Cal Allen is what I would say. But I think it's Callaling. I could be wrong. Whoever's from that place, I wish y'all the best, but Brazosport Explorers coming in to take care of business. Just let you know, that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with Brazosport Explorers in this one. And then on the Division 2 side of UIL 4A Region 4, you got Lamarck versus Zapata. Lamarck definitely is going to take this victory. And then you got Wharton versus Brownsville Jubilee. Now, I know Brownsville Jubilee does have a really solid kid by the name of Nick Zarate. He's good, about 6'6", 6'7"-ish almost. Really athletic, double machine. This is his 3rd year as a varsity starter. He's been a double machine all 3 years of high school. He's played AAU ball with the Houston Raptors here. And so it's a kid that I was gonna say everybody knows, but they don't. A lot of people know if he's just from the Valley area. Really good. This is gonna be a tough matchup for Wharton, but I'm pulling for Wharton. Wharton, my apologies on this graphic edit. When I post them on social media, I will change it because that is not your logo. I did not realize that I put the wrong logo up there, but that is not Wharton's logo. But I'm rolling with Wharton in this one as well, man. Moving on, 4A Region 3, Division 2. All right, 4A Region 3, Division 2. Now I'm going to talk a little more slowly on this one, so and I meant to do that from the beginning, so that y'all can make your predictions with whoever's tapped in, chimed in. If you're not a coach, or even if you are a coach and you don't care, maybe you're coaching, y'all got put out. You're probably not watching if you just freshly got put out. You probably watch on Sunday, but I want y'all to be able to make y'all predictions. I meant to do that earlier, and that's my apologies. I'm talking a little fast because I'm just trying. I don't want to hold anybody up on this Wednesday to take away time from whatever it is that they got going on. But if you're here with us right now, I appreciate it. Thank you for locking in. For all of you 75 people who are watching live right now, make sure y'all share the show. Here we go. 4A, Region 3, Division 2. Hudson beats West Orange Start. I did not see that coming. I did not see Lufkin Hudson getting the win. I thought that district with Silsby, West Orange, Bridge City, I just thought they was going to sweep District 17 from 4A. But looks like I was wrong because Lufkin Hudson had it on their mind. They took care of business. They get the win over West Orange Start. Hardin Jefferson takes the L to Wheatley. Wheatley was plagued by an ineligible player, and so they had to take losses, which was unfortunate, which they had to almost scrap to get back into the playoff picture. I mean, we even though they took those losses, we said they was going to get in anyway, still regardless, just because of the rest of the opponents in the district. However, that was not no easy feat. So shout out to Wheatley, shout out to Fifth Ward High, and they march on to the second round. Then you have Stafford, who destroys Giddings. Gatesville beats Gateway Prep. Silsby beats Madisonville in a much closer game than what I expected it to be. I wasn't expecting the score to be that close. I thought it would have been at least like a 12-point game at minimum. But Madisonville competed well. But Silsby just was able to come out as the victor. Yates put up another 100 ball on Hampshire Finette, man. Beats Hampshire Finette 110-73. They had a freshman who dropped 40 points in that ball game from Yates High School. Salute to that young man and his achievement in the first round of the playoffs. Then you have Katie Freeman, first year varsity, and they get a playoff win over LaGrange, 64-50. Shout out to Katie Freeman for their first year as a varsity program and getting their first schools ever playoff dub. Next up, you have Salado versus Lorena. Salado was able to get the win. Yes, Lamar Henley. That's the young boy name from Yates, man. Shout out Lamar Henley, man. Lil Hen. Shout him out. He definitely took care of business. So here we go. You got Hudson versus Wheatley in round 2. Stafford versus Gatesville. Silsby versus Yates, and Freeman versus Salado. T. Martin, man, you and me, we're in the same boat, dog, because that's exactly who I got as well. I got Wheatley beating Hudson. I got Stafford beating Gatesville. I got Yates, excuse me, man, why keep getting hiccups? I'm talking. I got Yates beating Silsby, and then I got Freeman over Salado. That's my picks. That's what I think is going to win. As far as scores, I don't know. Wheatley at least 15 plus. Same for Stafford. Maybe the same for the Yates Silsby game. I know that's a little heated playoff rivalry though. But it'll be interesting to see. And then Freeman at least 11 point win. 11 or 12 point win for Freeman over Salado, man. Yeah, it should be really good one. Anybody who's looking to go to a really good game who is in the Lufkin area, I know Lufkin Hudson is playing, but anybody else who maybe can't get on the road, it's a game right here in your city, in your area. You got Trinity versus Huntington this Friday, 7 p.m. All right. If you don't got nothing going on, pull up to the game. Yeah, man. So that's that, man. Let's move on to the Division 1 side of 4A Region 3. UIL 4A Region 3, D1. Like I said, I thought Vider was going to win, but Bullard gets the dub over Vider. Livingston gets the win over Mickey Leland. Now, I know Livingston has had a really good season this year, or they're having because they're still playing. I thought Mickey Leland was just a little bit, would have been just a little bit too much for them. Not saying like they was going to blow them out, but I just had Mickey Leland winning. But Livingston showed me that I didn't know what I'm talking about. So shout out to the Lions of Livingston, man, for getting it done, taking care of business. Crawford seen Yates put up the 100 ball. They said, we're going to put up 100 ball too. They beat Belleville 110-60. Waco La Vega beats Burnett. Bridge City gets the dub over Palestine. Booker T gets the big win over Huffman Hargrave. Shout out to Drake Beard. I seen he dropped 28 points in that game, but it just was not enough. And Booker T was just too much for them. Navasota gets the win over Willow Ridge. It has been, I want to say, 16 years since Willow Ridge has seen the playoffs, or more maybe. But they still made it there, but they fall short to Navasota. Shout out to Willow Ridge for having a really good season. And then Lampasas beats China Spring 64-60. Now, in these matchups, shout out also Coach Isles at Crawford, who got his 100 career victory, man. Yeah, definitely should appreciate you, Rob C. All right, Rob C, make your predictions, man. I see my boy T. Martin got his predictions. He got his predictions, man. He said Livingston over Bullard. He got Crawford over La Vega, Booker T over Bridge City, and Navasota over Lampasas. Man, we in the same boat, man, because that's exactly who I got, T. Martin, dog. Livingston made me a believer with the win over Mickey Leland. So I'm rolling with Livingston over Bullet. Crawford over La Vega for sure for me. I'm taking Booker T over Bridge City, and I'm taking Navasota over Lampasas, man. Definitely doing that. All right, moving on to 5A Region 3, Division 2. Lake Creek take care of Dayton. United beats Friendswood by 11. Madison gets a 4-point W over Lamar Consolidated. Pflugerville Weeks gets the win over Austin Liberal Arts and Science Academy. That's what the LASA stands for, Liberal Arts and Science Academy. They get the win over them 63-45. Brenham, I told y'all Brenham was going to be a scary team. They take care of business over Westford. Brenham was another team after the first half of district who was not in the playoff picture. But shout out Coach Andrews, man. He got them rolling. They have not missed a beat. They have only lost one game since the middle of January, and that was to Lake Creek. But every other game they've been rolling. Playing really good basketball right now. So shout out to Brenham. Iowa Colony gets the dub over Barbers Hill. Fort Bend Marshall beats Waltrip by 30. And then Pflugerville beats Bastrop 58-42. So this sets you up for your second round matchups. You got Lake Creek versus United. You got Houston Madison versus Pflugerville Weiss. You got Brenham versus Iowa Colony. And then you got Fort Bend Marshall versus Pflugerville. All right. See what we got going now. We got T. Martin got United. He got Madison. He got Iowa Colony. And he got Marshall. I'm not mad at those picks, dog. I'm not mad at them. The GOAT, man. The GOAT got United, Pflugerville Weiss, Iowa Colony, and Marshall. Once again, I'm not mad at that either. I'm not mad. As for me, man, I'm going with United over Lake Creek. Lake Creek has had a heck of a season, man. Them boys hooped this year. Saw them early in fall ball when they played in the event that I throw. Um, Looks really good. Even despite losing key players to season-ending injuries early on, they was just able to pick up the slack, next man up mentality, and they've been hooping. But United is a juggernaut. It's going to be a lot to deal with, so I got United in that game. Madison, I know Madison likes to press, likes to get up and down. Um, and so Madison's speed may be an advantage, but if Pflugerville Weiss can slow this game down and play half-court basketball, they got a 6'8", a 6'7", and a 6'7". So, and they're young. They're sophomores. Them boys is nice. They not bad. They not bad. They got a nice, and they're two of them are like traditional power forwards. If they can slow the game down and they make them play half court, and they have nobody to match up with them guys. Now I don't know how well that Weiss can guard on the perimeter with them. Those bigger guys in the game. I know they'll definitely be rim protected in the middle. But it's gonna be an interesting game. That's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna take Madison because gotta roll with the H, man. Brenham versus Iowa Colony, man. Like I said, I talked about Coach Andrews at Brenham, man, doing a tremendous job getting them boys locked in, getting them back into the playoffs. But I just think that Coach Olivier and Iowa Colony, they just got too much offensive firepower. I think this is going to be a really good game. I think Iowa Colony wins this game by 10. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. It's not going. It's not going to be an easy game. But I got Iowa Colony over Brenham, and then I got Fort Bend Marshall, with the legendary Coach Rodney Courtney and company, over Pflugerville. I think they win that game handedly. And so those are my pick. 5A, Region 3, Division 2. Those are my pick. Yeah, he probably is going to try to do too much. He is. I think Madison can get the dub though in the game. All right, dang, I forgot to move a team over. Dang, I'm tripping. That's my apologies, folks. My apologies. Fort Bend Kempner got the win. I forgot to move them over though, so that's on me. I'll make sure before I post it that I put it over there. So A&M Consolidated versus Kingwood Park. Kingwood Park with a big dub that I wasn't expecting. A&M Consolidated is a scrappy team. I thought this game would have went down to the wire, but Kingwood Park said that they came to prove me wrong, man. Although they was able to take care of business easily versus Consolidated, this next matchup is not going to be easy at all, man. You got Westbrook. Westbrook beats Angleton 77-51. Last year, this game went down to the wire, went to overtime. Westbrook was still able to get the dub. This time, Westbrook said, no. Ain't going to be no first round going to the wire. We going to take care of business immediately. And that's what they did in this game. Shout out Westbrook. Westbury Kempner. Kempner won the game 70-63 was the final score. Shout out to Kempner. So they move on to the second round as well, where they will face Pflugerville Hendrickson, who gets the win over Austin McCollum 63-53. Then you got Crosby, who wins in a nail biter over Huntsville 59-58. We were split on Sunday when we picked as far as the people on the show. We were kind of split with who we thought was going to win that game. But Crosby If you gonna make some noise, this is the time. Because next year y'all moving up to 6A. And I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's gonna be a lot tougher in Region 3. And just even in your district with North Shore, Humble, Tascasita, Sea King, Summer Creek. It's gonna be tough. But shout out Crosby. We're not looking to next year just yet. We living in the moment. So shout out Crosby for getting the playoff win. Laporte Sterling, man, Laporte, you gotta hit them free throws. You gotta hit free throws. Shout out Baytown Sterling, man. Haven't been to the playoff in 20 plus years. Get there, they get the first round dub, man. Shout them out, man. Salute to them boys. Richmond Randall, big win over Springwoods, man. 82-50. 32-point ball game. Took care of business. Shout out to those kids, Johnny, Sheldon, and company over there at Randall, man. They took care of business for Springwood. And then Austin Anderson loses to Eastview 53-50. Now, second round matchups. Let's see. Let's go to the comment section real quick. Let's see who got what, man. All right. Here we go. I love it. I love it, man. My boy T. Martin said Westbrook, Hendrickson, Randall, and then he said Crosby and Sterling can go either way. I'm with you on that, dog. I'm with you. 100%. I'm with you on that. That game can go either way. Either way, it can. That game can go either way. Let's see what the GOAT say, man. He said he got Westbrook, he got Kempner, he got Baytown Sterling, and then he got Randall. D1 Hornets, I already know who you rocking with, dog. We know. We know who you got, man. We know who you got, man. Hey, T. Mark, we've been. I know. He said I owe him a big apology. Hey, man, me and Doug told y'all last year. We was not just y'all, but we just was telling people last year that Baytown Sterling was going to be good this season. And everybody's like, man, they ain't never been good. They ain't going to never be. Hey, them boys hooping, man. They've been hooping. Man. And they're in a tough district. You got to play Westbrook twice. You got to play United twice. You never know what you're going to get from Nederland. They split one with Barbers Hill. So, I mean, they're in a solid district. Yeah, Port Arthur Memorial's down this year. Baytown Lee didn't get a single. Oh, yeah, they did. I think they did still one win at the very last game of the season. They stole a district win. But I think even a lot of people had like PNG. I think even TABC preseason picked like PNG to make it as well. So, but shout out Baytown Sterling, man. Definitely want to shout them out, man. But yeah, Coach Ned, man. And no, this is not Coach Ned, Nicholas Ned of Takeover. This is Parrish Ned. His son went to LaPorte High School, but he coaches all their fall ball stuff and everything. He also ran the AAU program also. But it was not Texas Takeover. Just want to clear that up for people if people thinking that. But yeah, you gotta hit them free throws you gotta knock down your free throws, dog. In the playoffs, you gotta, and he's talking about the LaPorte Baytown Sterling game. You have to knock down them free throws. You got to. You gotta knock down them free throws. Yes, Hendrickson is a turnover machine. Yes. You ain't lied one bit. You ain't lied one bit, man. But I got Westbrook. I got Kempner winning that game. Man, I'm gonna go with Baytown Sterling over Crosby by 2. I think it's gonna be a nail biter, dog. I think it's gonna be really close. I think they get the win. And then I got Richmond Randall over Eastview, man. This will be back-to-back years of Randall going to the third round. The big question is going to be, can they make it past the third round this year? I mean, you get either Sterling or Crosby in the third round. That's going to be the big question. Can they make it past? They went to the third round last year. But will they be able to make it past the third round? And a lot of people wrote off Richmond Randall after Coach Woods left to go to North Shore. There's obviously this was the one thing, they had Coach Woods over there for that one season. And with his coaching expertise and knowledge, he made them what they are. And they just proved that, yes, Coach Woods was here. Yes, our head coach was underneath. Yes, he got guidance and toolage. He's also made some adaptations to do things the way that he likes to do it. And we back here, back in the thick of things, back rolling, man. So I definitely want to shout out those guys over there, man, for doing what they do. All right, we finna move on to 6A Region 2. 6A Region 2, Division 2. Rowlett beat Royce City. We all picked Royce City. Royce City let us down. Royce City, I don't even know nobody in Royce City. I know that's up there in the DFW area. But we picked y'all to beat Rowlett, but y'all let us down, dog. Y'all let us down. I felt that y'all had the best chance of beating Lancaster out of that group. But it was, it was a close game. Same thing in that game as the LaPorte game. When I went and watched free throws, dog, you gotta hit free throws in the playoffs. You gotta hit free throws in the regular season. But especially in these playoffs, this is do or die. This is win or go home. You gotta hit your free throws. Gotta make them. Lancaster beats Colleen Shoemaker by 2. By 2 points. So now you got Rowlett versus Lancaster. Tough one. Grand Oaks at first had a scare. Decaney was up. Decaney was rolling at the half. Hey, just like they say in boxing, the tale of two tapes. That second half was the tell. Decaney couldn't hit the backside of the bar in the second half. Grand Oaks went on runs. They capitalized. A lot of big-time transition buckets. Was able to spread out the lead. And once they foot was on the gas, they didn't look back. And Grand Oaks was able to get the win. Clyde Collins and Cy Park. This was the playoff game that I went to. I got booked to go film this game. And Cy Park gets the dub. Gets a 12-point dub. I will say, just as the onlooker, I felt the referees was trying to cheat Cy Park. Dog, there's no way in a quarter where one team has 0 fouls and the other team got 18 fouls in just one quarter. Both teams is fouling, dog. I was watching. I had the film. They was fouling. That was kind of crazy. But hey, they still was able to get the win anyway. It is what it is. Tyler Legacy beats Wiley East. Mesquite Horn. We all picked Harker Heights, man. Mesquite Horn takes care of business over Harker Heights. I was trying to pick the upsets, man, of them DFW games. Tired of seeing the same teams, man, advance. Then you got College Park beats Westfield, and then Side Springs beats Magnolia. Now you got Rowlett versus Lancaster, Grand Oaks versus Side Park, Tyler Legacy versus Mesquite Horn, and College Park, Side Springs. I'll get the DFW teams out the way. I'm still gonna go for the upset, man. Rowlett, gotta take care of Lancaster. Tyler Legacy, we need you to take care of Mesquite Horn. Those are my 2 upset picks. On paper, Mesquite Horn should win this game, and Lancaster should win that game. But I'm going with Rowlett, and I'm going with Tyler Legacy. Now, to the Houston area teams. Grand Oaks and Cy Park. I think that game is going to be a really good game. Cy Park has to keep the game in arm's reach at all times. You cannot let Grand Oaks go on a run or get many runs. I know in the game of basketball, there's always games of runs. But it can't be a run and then you stop the bleeding by scoring 2 points, but then they just go on another run again. We can't do that. But I think it's going to be a really good game. Shout out to both coaches over there, Coach Ant at Grand Oaks, Coach Denson at Cy Park, man. Salute to both guys. Have a great relationship with both coaches. May the best team win the game. College Park, Side Springs, man. I'm going Side Springs over College Park. I know last year College Park made it all the way to state semifinal game. This year they graduated a lot of them kids. I just think that Side Springs is on a mission right now, and I think Side Springs will get the dub in this game. Let's go to see what y'all think over here. T. Martin said he got Lancaster, Grand Oaks, Horn, and College Park. Not mad at those picks. Yeah, Horn is not. I know Horn is good. T boy, I know they're good, man. I want somebody to beat them. I feel confident if Side Springs beat Scotch Park and they meet up with Horn. I feel confident in Side Springs. But I just prefer Ty Legacy to knock them out the way, get them out the way, dog. That's all. Just go ahead and get them out the way, man. They made it to the third round last year as well. I want to say they won because Lancaster was out. They got knocked out. I want to say they went to the state semifinal game. Mesquite Horn. I will fact check that later. Last year, I just want them out the way though. Region 2, D1, man. You got Wiley destroys Heath. Dunkerville destroys Temple, although at first it was probably a Temple fan who put the scores on Max Preps that Temple won the game. But Dunkerville took care of business, dog. The Woodlands beat MacArthur. I told y'all that game was going to be a close game. That game was going to be a good one. And that's exactly what it was, man. Shout out Coach Shannon Spencer and MacArthur for getting MacArthur back into the playoffs. It has been a couple of years. I think 2020 was the last time they went. So shout out to him for getting them boys back in the playoffs. Like he always says, it's a new day over on Aldine Melroot. Klein Oak, I was at this game on Monday. They played on Monday versus Cy Woods. Klein Oak was up big at the half. Cy Woods came out, knocked down some big shots, established some confidence, and made it a ball game. Klein Oak hit free throws down the stretch, and that is what helped them to secure this win. They hit some free throws down the stretch. They missed some, but they hit the ones that mattered down the stretch. Once again, you gotta hit free throws in the playoffs. You gotta make them, dog. You got to. Sash beats Rockwall by 1. Close game. Waxahachie takes care of the Cove. Conroe, shout out to my guy, Coach Taji, man. Shout out Coach Caesar as well at Spring. Last year these two met up, but Coach Caesar was at Aldine, and this was Aldine versus Conroe last year in the first round. And Aldine came away with the win, and Aldine ended up going all the way to the region to championship game last year. Coach Caesar moves over to Spring High School, but this time Taji was able to get the dub. Shout out Coach Taji and to the Conroe for getting the big first round win. And then Cy Ranch, we talked about it last week. You never know what Cy Ranch is going to show up. And the Cy Ranch team that needed to show up, showed up. They showed up. They showed up big. They got the dub over Klein. Now, let's take a look at who y'all got winning these games. T. Mark said he got Duncanville, Klein Oak, Waxahachie, and Conroe. Really good picks, T. Mark. Really good picks. And yes, this game was rocking, dog. This game was packed to the T. Standing room only. I'm talking about the line was wrapped around the building to get in the game. I bypassed a lot of people, and I just walked by people and I went up to the door anyway. But the Ghost said he agreed with those picks as well. Yeah, man, I got Duncanville. I'm taking Klein Oak. I'm taking Waxahachie. And I'm taking Conroe as well over Side Wrench. I think that Conroe Side Wrench game is going to be a really good game, though. I think it's going to be a really close game. I don't know how close, but I think it's going to be a nice, close, competitive game. But I'm still taking Conroe in that game. And then I got Klein Oak over the Woodlands. That gym is going to be rocking. Klein Oak and the Woodlands game, that game is going to be rocking. They play that game on Friday, and they're playing at Oak Ridge High School out there in the Conroe area. That game's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be packed to the T. This is they both been wanting each other. This game is gonna be a big crowd game, but I think Klano just gets the win. I think they win this game by a 10 at the minimum, 10-point margin at the minimum. I do, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I've been wrong in this playoff prediction. As you see, some teams who I picked to win didn't take care of business, dog. But so we will definitely see, man. Moving on to Region 3, 6A, D2. Cy Falls beats Westfield by 3 points, 52-49. George Ranch beats Tompkins at Tompkins, 49-44. 5-point ball game. The big guy from Tompkins, his name is escaping me right now. Fola fouled out of the game. Once he fouled out the game, they had nobody to stop the size that George Ranch has. So shout out Case Scipio and company, man. Getting a big win on the road in a hostile environment at Tompkins High School. To lose your first round playoff game at your own school is tough. That's a tough loss, dog. That's tough. But shout out Tompkins. Shout out Coach Brian Knight. First year at the helm. Had a tremendous season. I know he's just going to build from here, man. I wish them guys nothing but the best. Dawson. This game was on Monday as well. Dawson. BTA to Clements. I was not expecting that, dog. I wasn't. I was not expecting a BTA, man. I did not think Dawson was going to whip the belt out. But they did. And they took care of business, man. Shout out to Dawson. Humble, Clear Lake, man, we told y'all this game was going to be big time game, big scoring matchup, man. Jaquarian Lincoln versus Damon Miles. Humble, shout out Coach Chris. First 20 win season in 20 plus years for Humble. First playoff experience in who knows when for Humble, and they get the first round win. Big salute to him and Humble, man. Hopefully he can keep creating a good culture over there and getting kids to stay home. I mean, stay at their home school of Humble instead of transferring out somewhere else to go play. Showing that they can play too. Heights beat Stratford first round. I picked Heights. I think G Dot and Oz picked Stratford. No, I think Oz picked Heights. G Dot definitely picked. I think G Dot picked. Or he said the game wasn't going to be a bad loss. I can't remember. One or two. Jordan, Katie Jordan, shout out. Playoff Charlie, man. Playoff Charlie, man. That's Coach Jones. Don't none of y'all kids call him Charlie. That's Mr. Jones and Coach Jones to you. To me, it's Playoff Charlie, dog. Playoff C. Gets the big win on the road at Foster. So this is two teams who have lost at home. You had a home playoff game and you lose. Those are tough losses. That's a worse, man. I don't know. what's worse? Like that's a really tough loss to have. I'm at home, my home crowd, and I lose a playoff game. But like I told y'all on Sunday, that game was going to be a really, really good game. I told you about the whole storyline. Michael Swanigan, he used to go to Foster. He went there his freshman, sophomore, junior year. Senior season, he transfers over to Katie Jordan. And, people looked at it as you going to Katie Jordan because last year they went to state. And so you just trying to go to have a chance to win the state, blah, blah, blah. And so the people who was there, shout out to my guy, Forever Young Films, who was at the game. He said, like, the crowd was letting him have it, dog. Like, the crowd was on his case. Like, they were waiting for this moment, for this matchup. The fans, just everybody at the school who knew him all those years. But playoff C was able to get the win, man. Shout out Coach Jones for getting a 1-point dub over Foster. And then you got Shadow Creek and Hightower. Another rivalry matchup that we talked about. A rivalry because when Shadow Creek first opened, they took a lot of kids who went to Hightower, ended up transferring out and going to Shadow Creek. And so ever since the conception of that school, they've kind of been a rival with one another. Shadow Creek, Coach Gay over there, first year over there from Bush, was able to get it done, man. My boy Daniel Green took care of business, had a really big 28-point ball game in the playoff, man. Big outing. Salute to that kid. And then you had Clearbrook, Summer Creek. Summer Creek was able to edge it out, get the win, man. Shout out Coach Daniel Moore for able to squeeze out the victory over Clearbrook. Now, here we go. Second round matchups. Cy Falls, George Wrench, Dawson versus Humble, Heights versus Jordan, Shadow Creek versus Summer Creek. Woo! All right, let's go look. Let's see. Someone asked me, yes or not yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday before the game started. It was like, is Cy Falls the clear cut favorite to come out of Region 3 D2? And I told them, honestly, there is no favorite when I look at the landscape. Anybody can beat anybody within this region, in this D2. Anybody can beat anybody. Anybody can beat anybody, man. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. But let's see, man. George Ranch. T. Martin said he got George Ranch over Cy Falls. He got Humble by 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. He said he got Jordan, and he'll be at the Shadow Creek Summer Creek game Friday to find out who's gonna be, and that's gonna be a good one at the MO Campbell Center. Mr. Jordan said he got Cy Falls, Dawson, Jordan, and Shadow Creek. This Cy Falls George Ranch game is gonna be really good. I told y'all a couple weeks back, man, when George Ranch was losing all them games. This was, matter of fact, this was the new Happy New Year show. So that first Sunday in January. I told y'all then, George Ranch is the dark horse. They're going to be the team you don't want to see in the playoffs. They're going to be tough. They have length. They have big guards. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough. They're just going to be tough defensively because they cause problems with all the length that they have on the floor at one time. And it's not like it's a bunch of like 6'8", 6'9", 7-footers. But just like they have, you got Javon Walker at the point. He's like 6'3". You got Case Scipio, who's like 6'5", 6'6". That's a guard. You got Brady Thornton, who's 6'5". He's a guard. And then you have the bigs, 6'7" and 6'7", or 6'6" and 6'7", sorry. So you got just your starter 6'3", 6'5", 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", and three of those are like really they're guards. They're guards. Can handle the ball, shoot the three, make decisions. Like they're guards, can get downhill, can get by their guy. This is going to be a really fun one to watch. And so I'm just going to flip this coin I got here. Cy Falls, man. I'm going to go Cy Falls by 2. I think it's going to be really close. Dawson and Humble, man. Dawson is playing really good basketball, but I got Humble by like 4. And I don't think it's going to be no blowouts in the second round. It's going to be a lot of close games. I got Humble by 4 over Dawson. I think Jaquarian Lincoln will be too much. A little too much to handle in this one. Heights and Jordan. Jordan they both have experience coaching. So this is going to be a coaching duel, man. Coach Barreras, playoff Charlie. This is going to be a really good coaching duel, man. Marwan versus Beard. It's a tough guard battle. I'm going with Jordan by 2. Man, that's a tough game. And that game is a part of a doubleheader as well. That Jordan Heights game. And we'll get to that here in a second. Shadow Creek, Summer Creek. Battle of the Creeks. I don't know why, but something just telling me to roll with Summer Creek. I'm going to say Summer Creek by 3. I'm rolling with Summer Creek by 3. And this one. Man, I'm just excited for all these games taking place this weekend, man. All right, last one, man. Region 3, 6A, D1. Side Creek beats Lamar. Seven Lakes beats A-Leaf Taylor. Elkins beats Pasadena Memorial. Atascocita beats Dickinson by 10. Bel Air and Cy Fair went into 5 overtimes. Was not expecting a 5 overtime game. That was not on my bingo card. But that game went into 5 overtimes to decide a winner. And Cy Fair was able to win the game by 4 points. Straight Jesuit takes care of Katy. Pearland beats Travis. Travis was up. They just wasn't able to hold on to the lead. Couldn't close out the game strong. Shout out to Pearland for getting the job done. And then you have North Shore, who had a 2-point victory on Monday over Clear Springs and Madden Hill. Christian Gibson had a really good game. Madden Hill had a good game too. But North Shore was just able to hold on and get the dub. So that leads us to the second round matchups in 6A Region 3, Division 1. All right, so Side Creek Seven Lakes is a part of a doubleheader. This game will be played at Del Mar. You have in the first I'm stumbling on my words. In the first game, you have Katy Jordan versus the Heights. That game's at 6 o'clock. Then Seven Lakes versus Side Creek at 7:30. So if you want to catch 2 games for the price of 1 game on one day, you may want to be at Del Mar. That Jordan Heights game is going to be a really good game. Really good game. All right, I'm picking Seven Lakes, of course, over Side Creek. I don't think Side Creek's just going to lay down, but Seven Lakes just has way too much for them. Way too much for them. I think Side Creek gives a good fight in the first half, but that second half, I think Seven Lakes just pulls away. they win this game by 15 at minimum. I'll I'll change 12. 12-point ball game just to be on the safe side. But I got 7 Lakes in this one. I got a Tascasita over Elkins. I got them beating Elkins by saying, bro, that 12, 13, 14-point margin. Tascasita, 7 Lakes make a really interesting third round match. That's a rematch from last year's third round match. Prayerfully, it's played at the exact same location as it was last year. I hope that game's back at the Berry Center. I don't want to be foreshadowing and speaking too early, but that's just my predictions. I'm going with straight Jesuit over Cy Fair. I think they get things done. Imagine if straight Jesuit had Big Emmanuel playing with them right now. They would be a really scary playoff team with a really good point guard in Justin Thomas, and then a really good, promising, up-and-coming sophomore in Emmanuel. They'll be really tough, really good. But I got straight Jesuit in the game over Cy Fair. I think it's like an 8-point. I say it's like an 8-point ball game, 8 to 10 points. Pearland North Shore. This is another one. It's tricky. This is a tricky game. Devin Brown, I know you, dog. Don't try to get caught up into the individual player matchup. All right? Go out there, hoop, play team basketball. That's how y'all going to get this win, Pearland. You got to play as a team, as a unit. It's got to be don't get caught up, not just Devin, all of y'all. Ennis, Bibbs. Don't get caught up in trying to do the one-on-one matchups in this game to prove that you're better than opposing players. Don't get caught up in it. That's y'all. This is your opportunity to win the game. That's it. You got to play as a unit. North Shore game is not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. I think this game is going to be really gritty. They match athleticism for athleticism. For me, just my opinion, I think the point guard play wins this matchup. So the DeMarcus Sloan versus Tyler Ennis, like that's who's gonna win this matchup. The point guard play. Gibson's gonna do what Gibson does, but I think it's gonna come down to point guard play in this one. I don't know who to choose in this game. I think it's gonna be a really good one. I'm gonna go with North Shore by 3 in this one. Pearland can easily win this game. No. This is another one of them tough, tricky games. A lot of good matchups going on, man, in the area. Let's see who y'all got. Coach Ramon, I'm not sleeping on Elkins. I ain't sleeping on you. I'm just going with a Tascasita in this game. T. Martin said he got 7 Lakes Tascasita, Cy Fair, and North Shore. Mr. Jordan said he got 7 Lakes Tascasita, straight Jesuit, and Pearland and North Shore's a toss-up, but North Shore shouldn't be sprinting by more than 2. Hey, Doug, you couldn't, but boy, Doug, I appreciate you for that. Shout out to my boy Doug, man. You are so correct, Doug. Whoever maintains their emotions from both sides, the best, will determine the win. Not just the point guard play, but who is kids on both sides who are emotional, they have emotional players on both sides. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot allow your emotions to get the best of you. You can't let that happen, dog. You cannot let that happen, man. You gotta check your emotions at the door. All right. If you need an accountability partner, pick somebody on the team who you know that you're not going to necessarily like fight with. When they can see like, like a bench player or even a coach, be like, Coach, I need you to hold me accountable this game. Like, if you see me start doing all that crying and whining, and I come up to the bench, I'm slapping chairs, I'm starting to do all this stuff. Like, I'm going back and forth. I need you, Coach, to stop me. And be like, hey, remember, keep your emotions in check. All right, get that accountability partner. That's gonna be big. All right. Also, for all teams, man, wish y'all the best in the second round in this area around the playoffs. Keys to winning games is hitting free throws. You gotta make your free throws. That's the thing. You gotta make free throws. You gotta hit them. All right. You gotta knock down your free throws. Once again, man, we will see y'all back here on Sunday. When we do the show, playoffs will be updated by then. We'll be into the third round of the playoffs. The third round is like the Sweet 16 of the playoffs. You have 16 teams remaining in the state in each division in each classification, all fighting for that playoff spot, man. So enjoy it, have fun, tell everybody to come to the game. This is the time of the year I love the most is playoff basketball. Like I said, I went to the Sidewoods Klein Oak game, standing room only. I'm sure people got turned away at the door probably. Like, it was beyond capacity. There's nowhere to sit. You had fans, like literally standing baseline. I mean, they kept them as far as they could from going too deep. And that's another thing. All my young videographers out there, don't get upset if they kick you out the gym, the referees or any of the athletic directors. In the playoffs, they get really strict on the baseline. You cannot be nowhere near the paint when you're filming. First and foremost. So, get there early. Get your spot where the volleyball lines are before you get to the three-pointer in the corners. The volleyball lines and out. They cool with that. So if you get there early, get you a spot because it's a lot of camera people. It didn't used to be this many. Camera people. I remember when it was just me on baselines. Now it's every game I go to is 6, 7, 8 of y'all. All right, so it's a lot of camera guys. Get there early. People was upset because they had to shoot from areas they're not used to. They never shot from. If you really know how to work your camera, you'll find the right angles, dog. You will. But with that being said, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in, for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share this if you have not shared it, retweet it, whatever. All right. And until Sunday, man, it's been real. And that's game. I'm gone.